welcome back. Did you know that more couples get married in June than any other month of the year? It's true, but before you tie the knot, it's important to be on the same page financially. Differences in opinion on these things matter because they can cause friction in a relationship. And that's why it is a crucial point to be on the same page from the very beginning of the relationship. This morning, I'm joined by Merrill Lynch wealth advisor Nicole Christians, who actually just got married herself. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very
much. Tell us a little bit. Some folks, when they're dating, they have separate bank accounts. And then when they get married, there's the big question. Do we merge our bank accounts and our finances, or do we keep them separate?
Sure. Well, there's advantages to both. If you merge your finances, it's less bank accounts to keep track of, less balances to be watching, but you also are accountable to each other for every penny spent. There's probably some negotiation that goes on there. So I generally advise people establish a joint account for your house expenses, mortgage, utilities, things that are for your household. And then if you want to maintain separate accounts for your discretionary spending and kind of the fun and games, then that's up to you.
Yeah, that's sort of a compromise, because I know that a lot of stress, we've done stories on, sort of people being financially unfaithful, spending on the side. Sure. And I guess if everyone puts their money in the pot for the big stuff, it sort of takes some of that away.
It does. I mean, for richer or for poorer, right? It's part of the vows, and money can be a big problem in marriage for sure. So you want to make sure you iron out those details before the wedding and then early on so that you're on the same page.
And of course, weddings are a huge expense. You just spend a lot on the wedding. Then after that, I guess it's important to set a budget. How do you go about setting a budget when you're merging two lives and two households?
Yeah, so the best thing to do is take a look at the income that comes in. So, you want to know kind of every month what comes in and then what's going out. Take a look at your mortgages, utilities, fixed expenses, and then set your budget from there. If you have any credit cards, you'll want to work on paying those down. Figure out what you want to be saving toward retirement, and then your discretionary spending comes after that.
And an emergency fund. A lot of folks feel like I'm working so hard just to stay above water. How important is an emergency fund? Is that something that people should sort of, I don't want to say skimp on, but it often comes last?
Well, you want to make sure that you have a cash surplus, at least 3 to 6 months' worth of essential expenses, just for a rainy day. You never know if you're going to have an accident, someone's going to lose their job, so you want to be prepared for that so it doesn't become a major catastrophe in your life.
And a lot of folks are going to be overwhelmed. Say 3 to 6 months, half a year's worth of my major expenses. How do people get there?
So when you're setting your budget, you want to make sure that more is coming in than is going out. So you need to control your expenses and make sure that you're saving for that emergency fund.
And pay yourself first.
Exactly.
To sort of include that in. And finally, if folks are thinking, okay, well, that's a lot to think about, and I'm glad you brought this up, but they want to talk to you, is there a way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so if you go to www.ml.com, you can search for a Merrill Lynch financial advisor, and an advisor can really help you get organized around these financial goals.
Nicole Christians, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Alicia?